5 years ago, the nation gathered together in sorrow and in solidarity. 5 years later, I think for many millions, we mark the monumental tragic failure of American leadership in the world and at home. The president abused our trust by misleading and exploiting 9/11 to take us into a war which has polarized this nation and weakened our security. And also, I think, George, you talked about Pearl Harbor. This nation has faced grave threats to its existence before, but by calling this a war, by hyper-militarizing what happened to us on 9/11, by making that the organizing narrative of our life, it has made everything seem subsidiary to terrorism when in fact there are other larger issues this nation needs to deal with. Yeah, but you can't have a war on terrorism. Terrorism is a brutal method and tactic, and by making this a war, we have spread, and I think Fareed would agree, what was a limited al-Qaeda threat into a potentially larger bin Ladenism, radical Islamist threat, which is rippling through the streets of Germany and London. And the hatred of America in the world saddens me, but it is because of our behavior in the world, the lawless detention, which the president now says he's going to curb. All of these things have contributed.
Can the Democrats make this fight?
I think it'll be tough for the Democrats. I think they need to on moral, political, and pragmatic grounds, and I think if they can get their act together, they should, because I think the political dimensions of this fight against terror have been undermined by this administration's policies. And I think in a larger sense, George, and I don't speak for the Democratic Party, nor does The Nation magazine, that we have seen now the exposure of a systematic pattern, network of camps, abuse, and that accountability runs from the top down and not lower-level commanders. And we need a reckoning in this country because it has destroyed our reputation in the world and made it harder to fight. It has bred hatred and extremism. Criticism of this docudrama comes from all directions, from conservatives, from former members of the 9/11 Commission, from former Bush officials. What I would like to see on television is a docudrama of the the Senate Intelligence Report, which was just put out, which lays out an indisputable pattern of deceptions. And then I would like to see replayed over and over again. Dick Cheney, exactly 4 years ago on Meet the Press, told Tim Russert that there were indisputable links between Iraq and al-Qaeda, and that the lead hijacker in 9/11 had met with Iraqi intelligence. Let's have that played over and over again to expose the abuse of trust this administration has played on Americans.
Have lovingly dwelt upon the 8 months of the Bush administration before 9/11. This dwells similarly on the 8 years of the Clinton administration.
Which I had a lot of problems with, not on this issue.
Would you care to take some time here and denounce Fahrenheit 9/11?
Fahrenheit 9/11 was understood for what it was. I don't understand why ABC is being a handmaiden to the partisan exploitation of 9/11, which has been the calling card of this administration, as it will going into the midterms.
There is a difference.